I just want to know what it's like to cheer for a normal team. You know, a team that wins a game that they're supposed to by 17, by 24 points, just like they're supposed to. But I swear to everything that's holy, can the Vikings ever play a normal game? Like, can we just have that where the last 2 weeks against the Lions and the Panthers, respectively, the Vikings just wretched defeat from the jaws of victory and then just brought it on back. Like, they create the crisis and become the solution to it. No one manufactures drama like the Vikings. So the Vikings win 34-28 in Carolina in overtime. Now, if you told me the outcome, and I had no information about the game, and I certainly would have signed up for that to start the week, but the fact that the Vikings had every opportunity to win this game by double digits in regulation, it's so frustrating. It is. Actually, both teams should have won this game by 20. Like, if either team showed up, like if Sam Darnold's receivers didn't keep dropping passes, they would have done that. But all right, so the Vikings the last 2 weeks. Again, the best 3-3 team in NFL history, but you were up 10 against the Lions with 2:30 to go last week. And you gave it away now. And then up 11 against the Panthers with 4:41 to go. And Sam effing Darnold had to march 96 yards, convert 2 fourth downs, including a 4th and 10, and a 2-point conversion. Just, ay Dios mío. I don't... See, this is why I'm not worried about bandwagon plastic fans if and when the Vikings do win the Super Bowl, because who would sign up for this? Like, who would actively be like, I got to give me some of that? But either way, so many chances to be happy. I'm convincing myself. I'm not telling you. I'm telling me, be happy. 3-3 into the bye. Tough run coming up. Don't care. Yeah, I don't care. But let's get into the game. We got winners. We got losers. This is going to be a normal recap, I think. Yeah. And by the way, if either one of these games go the other way, fire everyone. Like, that's how on the knife edge of history we are for the team. It's crazy. But man of the match, winner number 1, Adam Jerome Ezekiel Thielen, 11 catches, $126, and a touchdown on 13 targets. Jefferson was a little bit off today. We'll talk about him in a sec. But on a day where Kirk Cousins started heating up, and the good things tend to happen when you target Adam Thielen more than once. Unlike the Lions game. I mean, come on, man. Come on. But, yeah, Thielen, even though he was DNP most of the week with that foot, he was building off of the momentum off the back end of that Lions game where his catch set up the game-winning field goal because you needed a game-winning field goal in the Lions game. But whatever. Thielen was an absolute dog today. I love him. Winner number 2. Gotta be KJ Osborne, man. 6 catches, 78 yards, and a touchdown on 7 targets. Just onions on that 3rd down conversion in overtime. Otherwise, the Vikings would have punted. And then that big-time OT stretching for the pylon. Woo! That's just the U being the U, baby. I love it. One of the great feel-good stories this year is the emergence of KJ Osborne. We'll get to Kirk Cousins. Don't worry. Winner number 3. Eric Kendricks. I had to get a defensive guy on here. Almost had the interception, recovered a fumble, set the pick on the twist for the James Lynch sack, got his own sack chasing Sam Darnold out of bounds. Silent leader of this team. Silent, but indeed deadly. Heartbeat of this defense. Guys like Kendricks, guys like Harrison Smith, they do so much for a team that doesn't necessarily show up in the stat box, and we just sort of become, as fans, used to it, or we become complacent with it. We take it for granted, but no, you absolutely should not take Eric Kendricks for granted. He's the best off-ball linebacker in the National Football League. Winner number 4. Dynamic Dalvin Cook. That's right. First half, Dalvin, he looked a little hesitant on that ankle. Like, he stood up in the hole. He didn't have that extra gear like he normally had, but second half was vintage Dalvin, man. Was making dudes miss, slipping tackles, 29 carries for $140 and a touchdown, and Dalvin, he was vintage. It was absolutely old school Dalvin, and if that ankle is 100%, got that extra week off with the bye now, and if he could stay healthy, knocking on all the wood, can we just please have a healthy Dalvin Cook for this tough run of games? Cowboys, Ravens, Chargers, Packers, Niners. Oh my, let's go. We need 33. Lastly, winner number 5, KIRK, Jerome, Ezekiel, Cousins, the Tin Pot Pizza Ranch chick there. Woo! That's right. Game-winning drive, absolute huevo, 75 yards. Don't even let the Panthers have the ball in OT. Completed 69% of his passes, 373 yards passing, 3 touchdowns, 0 picks, a 112.6 quarterback rating. He was just absolute nails at the right time. Just like the Lions game, also just like week 1, just like week 2, but they didn't get it done the first 2 weeks, but yeah. KIRK is playing some of the best ball of his career. Now, parts of the Lions game, sure. Parts of the Browns game, sure. But no, Kirk Cousins, the Vikings can win a Super Bowl and win a lot of games with this version of Kirk Cousins. Honorable mention winners. I wanted to get CJ Ham in the top 5. Just too many good performances today. But CJ running for 30 yards on 3rd and 1. Jonathan Vilma. Oh, we'll get to Jonathan Vilma. It was like, I'm surprised he can run that fast. CJ Ham was a tailback at Augustana. That's a Pride Duluth running down the wing. And he followed up with a beautiful cut block that allowed Kirk Cousins to carve up a nice throw to Gronklin. And also CJ Ham just blocking, leading the way for Dalvin Cook all damn day. That's what 30 does. That's why he's a leader. That's why he's a team captain. Another honorable mention winner, Michael Pierce, live tweeting the game just like a fan. I love it, man. He did that last year during the COVID opt-out, too. Also, you had a sack by Diesel, Dalvin Thompson, Armand for Watts, plus number 96 forced a fumble. Was very good filling there for Pierce. Diesel should have had a second sack, except, so it's kind of gauche to complain about the refs, but when all the mistakes just seem to go in one direction, and I know, partially team bias, but there needs to be discipline for that call on Diesel Dalvin Thompson where illegal hands to the face on Sam Darnold. Are you kidding me? Or face mask, whatever. Another honorable mention winner, Patrick Peterson, has been solid all damn season, was carted off at the end of the game. Now, it said that he was questionable to return with cramps. It looked like he might have got a hamstring, but hopefully either way he's good to go after the bye. Chris Herndon, touchdown. Coming out of witness protection. 1 catch. 1 touchdown. All he does is catch touchdowns. Plus, so Chris Herndon's blocking is not all that. And the fact that the Vikings, with Ben Ellefson out, they turned to Mason Cole at tight end, did the backup center, as well as Luke Stocker, the 33-year-old veteran who has been here for like 5 days. They're like, Herndon, we'll give you 1 touchdown, but you can't block. So there you go. Also, James Lynch. He's bringing sexy back. Great day for the nose tackle fill-ins for Michael Pierce. Also, Xavier Woods. Xavier Woods has been really solid in recent weeks. He did have that personal foul on Terrace Marshall Jr., but it was one of those calls where like, what else do you expect him to do? Hit him with the shoulder, blah, blah, blah. I mean, it is a contact sport, but whatever. Xavier Woods, solid in coverage. Forced that fumble on DJ Moore as well. Respect. Brashad Johnson had the interception early on and then just sort of disappeared. Whatever. Darisaw got his first start. Offensive line in general blocked very well. Kirk Cousins 0 sacks, but Brian Burns should have had that strip sack in overtime, but got away with one there. Sometimes it's better to be lucky than good, but hopefully something that Darisaw can build upon. Played the full game. Now, I don't know if the plan was to rotate him or not, but Rashad Hill did get dinged up on special teams, but who really knows? Zimmer going for points before the half, 44 seconds and 3 timeouts. It didn't work out, but process over results. It was the right call. Process over results. We'll get to process over results here in a sec. Jordan Berry, the punting has been great. I don't put the block on him, whatever. Dan Chisena downing that punt at the 4, which set up the Sam Darnold 96-yard drive, whatever. Dan Chisena is a really good special teamer when tackling is not involved. None. Losers. Jonathan Vilma's commentary. It's bad. It's rough, man. And also the Vikings defense, where they've been solid most of the day, mainly because Sam Darnold was completely inert all day and his receivers were dropping passes. But 96 yards of Sam Darnold, including 2 fourth downs and a 2-point conversion. And no one gives up a 42-yard reception down the middle of the field to the backup tight end on 4th and 10 on the opponent's 4-yard line than the Vikings. Just, my God. Right. Zimmer. So, like we said, process over results. Zimmer going for 2 when the Vikings scored that touchdown in the second quarter. I didn't agree with it, and I would have disagreed with it even if they got it. I know that he's trying to be more aggressive as of late, respect, but the adage is you don't go for two until you have to. You don't chase points early because you end up chasing points the entire game, and that's exactly what happened. I don't care that it was at the 1 yard line. Take the 15 yards on the kickoff and then squib kick it, which is the actual application of a squib kick, as opposed to before the half of the Cardinals game. But so the fact that the Vikings went for it, they didn't get it, and then they went for two later on. I think 1 point would have been kind of handy at the end of regulation. I'm not saying, I'm just saying. And again, process over results. Process over results. The result was bad because the process was bad, but it's whatever. And also, 3rd and 8 late in the game. Now, obviously, Zimmer doesn't call offensive plays, but he oversees the gestalt of the offense. Like, hey, run it in the spot. Hey, throw it in the spot. 3rd and 8 late in the game. First down wins the game effectively. And you have Thielen heating up. You have Jefferson. You got KJ. But instead, you're playing for a 50-yard field goal, and then you lose yardage when on a Dalvin stretch run, and then you have to punt. Huh? Like, that's your big plan? It's just rough. It's just rough, man. Also, special teams. Unblocked rusher on the punt block. Weatherly and Dye got fooled on a twist. Metellus, the up back, didn't see the free rusher. You know. D.D. Westbrook, by the way. Even though D.D. had a nice catch in the overtime drive, I swear to God, if he tries to return another punt, it's over. Like, he's been trying too hard. Just stop it. Like, it's a stroke every single time that he's fielding a punt. Stop it. Put Abdullah back there. Don't care. I would rather have BB on crutches back there, even though he does have history with the Panthers. Whatever. Jefferson, I don't know what it was. Jefferson just didn't seem like he was dialed in today. Like, it might have been they were doubling him. It might have been maybe his ankle was bugging him more than he let on, but I don't know. Had that sick catch on the 3rd and 2, though. Will certainly be better days. Cameron Dantzler giving up coverage on the 4th and 6. It was like flashbacks of the Seattle game, man. It was rough. Just absolutely rough. But Gronklin dropped a touchdown on that first drive, made up for it with a long catch later on in the game. Oli Udoh, oh, man. Oli Udoh's my guy, and he still will be, but had a false start and 3 holding penalties and had just been gross the last 3 games. He's been not great. He came out of the gate like gangbusters. I love his attitude. Some of the technical refinement of playing inside, maybe it needs some time to work on. Maybe it's Wyatt Davis time. I don't know. I still believe in his talent, but it hasn't been there. It just has not been there to him. But what can you do? And I know we shouldn't look a gift horse in the mouth. We should not piss and moan about a big-time road win against a very tough team, one of the best defenses in the National Football League, but we could still do it. I mean, the fact that this team is just so adept at not closing games, just leaving the door open for other teams to sneak back in, I hate it. I hate it. And it all starts with up at the top. It all starts with Zimmer. Like, he's got to start closing out these games, man. It all starts with him. So, feels like a loss. It really does. But we're here with a win. And again, like I said, if you told us the final score earlier in the week without giving us the context of the game, we'd have been all for it. Hell yeah. 3-3, what a B going in the bye. Cowboys, you're up next. Woo! Right? But I don't know. It just feels, I'm sure 24 hours will be fine. But this team's got to start closing games. They got all the talent in the world. They played too close of games. They should have won week 1. They should have won week 2. Maybe they should have beat the Browns. Sure. This team is like this close to being 6-0, and they're also this close to being 1-5. It's tough, man. It's tough. But what are your thoughts on our thoughts? Who are your winners? Who are your losers from the game that was? Let us know in the comment section below. Subscribe for daily Vikings takes. Most about that work. Put a little something in the Venmo. But until next time, Skol, production value.